And we're live. Are we live? Are we live? We should be live. Hello, everyone. We have Chris in the house, Christopher Wood, Justin 3D, George Mertz, Bunny Caruana, hello, The Lightspeed, Derek Matthews. How's everyone doing this Sunday afternoon? Well, for me, it's Sunday afternoon. Might as well be morning. I was at work this morning. Graphit, trolling for dollars. I3D UAE. Chris Schmidt, Phoenix. Hugo, hello from Netherlands. Hello from Malta. Patrick, Arno. So yeah, unexpected live stream. So I've been a bit quiet for the past couple of weeks, and that is because, well, I started a new job, and the first few weeks I need to put my feet on the ground. Need to work extra hard just to make them sure, make the employers know that, you know, it was worth investing in me. But don't worry, I'm still here. I'm still working in the background, getting videos ready. It's just finding the time to actually record everything. Problem is that I stay 10 hours at the office every day, sometimes during weekends as well, so it gets a bit hard. But I'm working on a schedule that should work. So yeah, CR20. So this was an unexpected arrival. So GearBest were supposed to send me the G-Tech A10M, the dual color 3D printer. But this showed up instead. It's the CR20. This should be what replaces the Creality Ender 3. So at about, I think it's about 150, 160 euros more, I expect it to perform much better than the Ender 3. So I'm just saying. Yes, Danska. How you like my shirt? Never let the machines win. Hey, Wanshe. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting this together. I figured like I'll do a couple of hours here with you guys, see how it goes, and nice and easy, relaxed. Shouldn't take too long of a build. Yeah. Printed. Hey Joe, just came back after my physics exam and saw that you were live. Life is good. Life is very good. No worries, Vanny. Thanks for coming in anyway. You get that Nerf gun? Yes, I did. I did get the Nerf gun. I should have brought it with me here. So let's start this one. Yes. So let's see what we have. Shouldn't have too many things. So yes, considering that this, okay, so I really like my, wait, hold on. I love my TiVo flash. I mean it. It's probably one of my favorite Chinese 3D printer kits. The 50% assembled with the TMC drivers, the BL Touch, and the dual Z axis. I absolutely love that printer. It's become my go-to printer. And that, the 50% assembled, is the same price as this. So it'd be interesting. Personally, this has to perform much better than that or as good as that in order for me to say, okay, either or is fine. But yeah. So we have SD card, we have a spare pneumatic coupler, we have a spare nozzle here. We have 4 M5 by 25 screws. This is for the base. I'm guessing these, the T-nuts and the 2 screws, plus these are for the spool holder, guarantee, and an extra large acupuncture needle. We have a cable. This is for the spool holder, which we can just assemble right away. I hope you painted out like I suggested. Yes, that is the plan. First, wait, hold on. I'd rather have it the other way. Hey, Ben. Yes, JT lives in the future. Come on. Also, for tonight's print, I already pre-sliced something, and I used, I used Tom's Simplify 3D profile, which I have linked in the video description. I've linked it in the web for his website because he just launched a website. If you don't know who Filament Frenzy is, well, shame on you, first of all. Just kidding. But you know, you should really follow the guy. The guy is like a 3D printing whisperer. He does awesome things with 3D printers. Eric, and how do I fast forward? I want to see the prints. Eric Anderson. A couple of gin and tonics, couple of beers, couple of tequilas, and time should be passing by very quickly. Actually, I don't need this. We do need the tools. Okay, let me just put that there. Now, this, I left it, this is how it came in the box. I just took it out slightly because it's actually all connected together. So I didn't want to, there you go. See, like easy. It's become so easy nowadays with 3D printers. This is really clean, like really clean. So that's it. That's it. Okay, that goes there. That will go there, there. There you have it, 3D printer. What does that Filament Frenzy guy know about printing anyways? Yeah, you know. Hi, Joe from France. Hi, everyone. Hey, Christelle. So what's the difference from the Ender 3 except the price tag? I remember looking at it when they went on pre-order and couldn't tell. So everything is more integrated in the bottom enclosure. It feels like it's more solid. This I just need to adjust the eccentric nuts. Seems like it's much easier. Well, it's definitely much easier to assemble because all you need to assemble it is 4 screws. There's literally 4 screws. What's the print volume? It's 220 by 220 by 250. Can you guys see? Yeah, you can see. So. Come on. There you go. I wonder if we get tariffed to get it to the US. Probably not just yet. What will most likely happen is, well, also, something to point out, meta hackers actually do stock Creality. I don't know if they will stock all Creality. I know they will stock the ones which are GPL compliant. So yeah. So that might be good. Yeah, there is a flash sale on for a few more hours. Quick and easy build. Is it really 220 to 220 or 235 like that? It's probably 235, but I still have yet to confirm. Those are the written specs for it. I need to confirm. Amen. There should be. Someone did told that. No, there it is. That's it. Someone told me it's 3 screws, not 4. And I guess they were right. I don't know why, but okay. There we go. Misidentification for some reason. Hey Joe, hey Quentin. It's pretty much an Ender 3. Difference is it's pretty much pre-assembled. All they have are these 4 screws and that's it. And yeah, that's basically it. Let me just retighten this just in case. Can I? See, initially when the Ender 3 came out, I was hearing rumors that it was costing them a bit too much to make, and they were probably going to stop it. And I think they will eventually. This is why this came out. Shortest build ever. Yeah, exactly, it's done. However, it does have, you know, like the Ender 3, there is this upgraded version. Well, this has everything already in it. So let's see. This is the Z limit switch. This is the Z stepper motor. So you guys can see. Z limit switch goes in here. So let's put it sit through here. Next, we have extruder motor. This is the X-axis motor. And we should have the X-axis switch, which is in there. Hey, Sonic Alchemy. So yeah, it's definitely better build quality than the original Ender 3. Come on. Definitely goes together much quicker. Well done. There. Okay. So that's essentially it. I'm just gonna tighten the eccentric nuts here because the bed is slightly wobbly. That's one. There you go. Now, apart from that, it does have... Now, visually, there are quite a few differences between this and the Ender 3. This has also the... It's not magnetic, but it's removable, flexible build plate. Did you have to assemble the belt or not? No, all I had to do was literally just fix the gantry to the base. 4 screws. That is all. That is absolutely all. Oh yeah, and the cables. I had to plug in the cables. So yeah, that's basically all of it. Now, I need to... Okay. Now, we need to put on the spool holder. Hey, Paul. And you're done. That was easy. Exactly. And that's probably one of the main perks of this. If you don't want a kit, even though the Ender 3 wasn't really difficult to put together, but you will find people who would struggle, which I completely understand. Now, okay, that way, that goes there. So, just so you guys can see, I'm putting this on. How late am I? Not late, just started. Easy build, easy build. And it's done. That's it. Thank you for joining, everyone. So, we're gonna go to the main and we're gonna try to switch it on and see what happens. Hold on, let me just check the power supply first. If it's 230, it should be, which it is. One, two, three. Yay, ooh, pretty. Is this something I can peel off? Ooh, this is something I can peel off. Sorry guys, but I have to peel this off. Oh, beautiful. Easy like Sunday morning. Easy like Sunday morning. Blue smoke time. No, unfortunately not. Hope the weather is better than here. It's okay. It's slightly warm, but not too bad actually. So 20th century. Okay, let's home it and see what happens. That works. Okay, so it doesn't have silent drivers in it, whereas the TiVo Flash does. But we'll see. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use some Filament. I'm gonna use some Filament, some Galaxy Black, I think it's called. Gorgeous stuff. All done. Now the CR20, yeah, think of it as just like, think of it like the cameras, like Canon. The higher the number, the smaller the machine. The smaller the specs. Come on. Where's the... Joe, how long are delivery times from GearBest? It depends what you choose. If you take like normal posts, it usually takes about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on where you are. At least for Malta, that's how long it takes when I choose to get something with normal post. One thing I'm going to do is actually use some Megagoo because even though this is flexible, Creality have this thing where their build surface sticks so well. Memory card, let's preheat. Bed auto leveling. Let's see. Bed auto leveling. Okay, so assisted bed leveling. It's not auto bed leveling, but yeah, it helps. This is nice. It helps. And yes, for those wondering, I am doing it by eye. Okay. Perfect. So we're gonna preheat PLA. Real auto bed leveling would be so nice. Agreed. Is Magic Glue odorless? Magic Glue, it is odorless. This is the old formula. It's not the new formula. Sorry, I think my head is covering. The new formula is much better than the old formula. So the old formula had a tendency to smell like dough after a few months. And yes, sometimes I do have a bottle that lasts me a few months, but the new one doesn't. And even though it smells, it still works. I have to tire. Settled into new job, Joe. Almost, Ian. Still a bit tough getting back into the swing of things, but getting there. Filament Frenzy, I guess you need to eat your words about those binder clips. Why doesn't it have a touchscreen? Because it doesn't need it, I guess. It doesn't have to have a touchscreen. Touchscreen is something fancy. So, memory card. It's just okay. Interesting. Not detecting the memory card. Wait, initiate SD card? Okay, all right, okay. You have to initiate the SD card first. Joe. Noob. The quest for the beard is back or just too tired to shave? Just not enough time. But I will have it back soon. As soon as I get my title at work, a title which I'm really gunning for, then I'll be good to go. I find you can use the Ender 3 without glue, but you need to remove print while bed is still worn. Agreed. I want a screen that reads my mind. I want a wife that reads my mind. Love you, honey. Which is better, glass or mirror? Strictly speaking, it should be mirror because they're much more flat. Hey, Tinker Cave. Joe, thanks so much for your videos. They got me into 3D printing less than 2 months ago, and I've already have a second printer coming in a few days. Chad, awesome. I'm so sorry for all the money you're gonna lose. Mirrors are glass, so the same. Mirrors are just consistently flat since they weren't. If they weren't, you would be looking, yeah, like a fan house. I like the small colorful figures on your table. They are awesome. Great idea. Thank you very much. They're my spinner bots. That's my spinner bot army. So this is heating up. Bed is heated up to 55 degrees. You know what? I think we should be able to there. Wait. There. Tweezers, clean the nozzle. 204, 205. So one thing Creality has never managed to change, and I don't know why, is this fan shroud here. It doesn't point at the nozzle, it points at the heater block, which is really annoying. That's Filament Frenzy's purge right there. Thank you, Aditya. We'll see how this goes. Hi, Joe from New York. Hi, Victor. I miss New York, man. I'm dying to go back to New York. Hopefully next year. All the patience you're going to lose, yeah. Cool. Creality lists in the community and now add good bed wheels and secure connection to the bed. Very true. They also have this. They also have braided cables. I think they've had braided cables before. They did listen eventually to. Oh, this goes in here. I just realized. There. A few things Creality still need to do on these little machines. Change that fan shroud, 100%. Also, what happens when you have the spool holder, hold on. What happens when you have the spool holder up here and this goes down, it starts rubbing against the plastic and it starts eating it away. After about less than 50, 100 hours, it starts eating that away. So this somehow has to change, even if they do like a holder with a bearing just here. There's something, there's an idea. Holder, like printed part with a bearing. So there. And we're printing. Hi from Berlin. Hi from Malta. Hey Wes, good evening. Printing an owl? Yes, it is an owl. Why my Arduino Uno won't run the NEMA 17s with 12 volts and with 8.5 volts on a CNC Shield V3? Completely lost me there, dude. Won't run the NEMA 17s with 12 volts. It should be more than enough. Depends on the driver you are using. I find that easy drivers are the best. Hi from Czech Republic. How long will the print be? The print should be roughly about an hour and a half. I plan to take it easy and hopefully be here for most of it, if not all of it. No, but I did budget. I budgeted till possibly 7:30, 9 o'clock, which is, that's 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So it should be enough time to print whatever is printing, have a chat with you guys, interact, because I didn't upload anything for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. So I feel you guys deserve at least a decent live stream. Hey from French YouTuber. Hey Revolution 3D. I heard the Ender 3 does not have thermal runaway protection. So does this unit, or is it a fire hazard as sold? I have to check. But that's something I'll definitely check. So far it's actually looking very good. Let me no, I can't do any closer than that. Let me do it clearer, maybe. There. If you had to pick Creality printer, which would you choose? A Creality printer. I'm a very big fan of the CR10S, and an even bigger fan of the Ender 3. I could be a fan of this. It's just going to be hard to justify the price difference between the Ender 3 and the CR20. Now, they completely stopped doing the Ender 3 and they only do this, then I guess this would have to be it. Ben, thank you very much, dude. No, you're the legend, dude. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know, Ben, Hawk3D Proto, has a channel. He's been sick for the past couple of weeks, and that's fine. We forgive him. But go subscribe. Go show him some love. He's awesome. That camera is off the chain. Yeah, the camera. I love my Lumix. It's a Lumix G7. Standard lens. I need to invest in a couple more lenses, possibly another camera, because I'm not really fond of the Canon anymore for video. But like a decent lens is going to cost as much as the camera body, so I have to choose wisely. No, nothing comes close to the Ender 3's price and quality. It is like the Getaway Drive. It is. The Ender 3 is just everything you want out of a budget 3D printer and then some. This print's clean though, like really clean. GH5 is pretty stellar. It is, Domenico. Even the price is quite stellar. Ismael, doing okay, thank you. Steve White, yes, I'm still alive. I'm still here. I'm sorry, yes. It's pretty quiet. It's not annoying. In fact, my microphone is just next to it, so nothing major. It's just not as quiet as the Flash. Bergster, geeky stuff, yeah, that didn't take much to put together. And I don't use it, but does anyone know how I can fix it? Used, I think. I think the best way to do is probably change, as far as I know, it's a mechanical switch, so best to just check if it's the switch that's gone. Should be a cheap fix. What is the speed of this print? As far as I know, it's about 50 millimeters a second. Had my best live stream a few days ago. The sound was off and I wasn't in the video. Sounds good? Could worry he overdosed on candy. Oh no, no more candy now. I'm back on trying to be healthy. Most of the candy I received, actually, it's already packed. I posted a photo on Twitter because I printed like 300 Marvins in rainbow PLA, giving away to charity for that charity that I mentioned that I'm putting money together for. They have this kind of event for kids, and I'm giving them as much candy as I possibly can, and also 300 Marvins to play with. Do you recommend a Delta printer, and which one? If I had to recommend one Delta printer currently, it's probably the FL Sun QQ. It's probably the quickest to put together and easiest to use, I think. If it's even more quiet, I get worried. Yeah, it's not like kids. If they're too quiet, there's trouble. What do you think about the FISEC F6 mainboard with TMC 2130? I have not heard of that. Do you still have and use the TiVo Little Monster? Got one earlier this year and prints okay out of the box, but I'm thinking about converting it to a Do It Wi-Fi board. Morton, converting it to a Do It Wi-Fi is probably the best thing you can possibly do. Still have it. don't use it as much, mainly because I just don't have time. But yeah, I have always loved that printer. So out of all the candy, which ones did you keep? Anything that had peanuts in them? Okay, I can tell you now that probably one of the favorite things that came in, out of all the candy, my top favorite, I think it's probably an American candy bar called Payday. It's just awesome. I was gonna say a word. Okay, so last live stream, okay? So last live stream, hold on. The last live stream I did, I had someone contact me because they got offended because I said the sentence, "Oh, we lost our 3D printing cherry together." Now, if you are someone that gets offended with something like that, thank you for coming by. Please move on. Because there's no way you can get offended with something as small like that. I was about to say that Payday was like I was having like an orgasm in my mouth. I'm like, oh my god, someone's gonna get offended with that word. Seriously, if you're gonna get offended with such small things, this planet is not meant for you. I'm sorry to say. Which is your favorite printers? That's what I like about Payday, because there's like it's sweet and salty and caramel. I keep noticing that I'm putting my hand in front of the camera. Apologies. So, my favorite printers. It's not that I don't have a favorite printer or that I do have a favorite printer, but there are printers I always find myself going to in order to print something. And those printers are usually the Mark IIs, the Mark IIIs, and currently the TiVo Flash. Whenever I have something to print for a project, I tend to go to those. The Anycubic Chiron is the one I go to if I want something really large. And the CR10S is if I want something like it's going to take forever and I know I can trust it. They need some fiber in their diet. Yep. No orange shirt, no, not today. Payday Dunkin' chocolate would be awesome. I've never seen it. I'm salivating. Baby Ruth bar. No, I haven't. Hey, William. What filament is that? And is it sparkling or am I seeing things? This is Filament. So, for those of you, I'm sure you're aware, but Prusa released their filament, Filament. And it's a cut above. So when you buy their filaments and you receive the spool, you can actually scan the code on the spool and you can see the tolerances for that spool. And they guarantee tolerances of 0.02 millimeters. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's possibly one of the best spec filaments you can buy on the market at the moment. Oh, I like that model you are printing. I have printed a 300% version of it. Maybe I should print that and then paint it. This is the Galaxy Black, so it is slightly glittery. So let me see if I can make you see it better. It is slightly glittery. Can I also just say that it's printing beautifully? What about how did you have time painting it, or should we just wait for it to mold greens in it? No, I will get around to it. There are so many things I want to do and time. Now that's offending. Filament on a Creality. Hey, you need, you know, some would say that I'm cheating because I'm using the best possible filaments to show that the printer can print properly. Hi Joe, I love your content. Been following since your review of the Mark II. Any tips for getting into YouTube? I put up my first video last week and eager to keep the pace going. I'm thinking of doing a video on my other channel, Just Joe, because that's going to be, I have an idea now. It's after a year that I've posted that channel, that I have an idea of what I want to do with it. It will contain a lot of different things, me ranting, me talking about having a YouTube channel, what to expect, the highs, the lows. I will also do, whenever I do like a big project, I will also do abridged versions of like 3-minute videos of a 20-minute video that I would do on this channel, so stuff like that. For YouTube, I can tell you this. Whatever you post, make sure it's something you enjoy. Don't try to accommodate and think, oh, people are just going to love this and this is going to be a hit. And do something you love. When you do something you love, when you do projects that you enjoy, then you'll project that and you'll be happy you did, you'll be happy with the result, and people will see that. So always do what you love. Don't do what others want. No worries, Tenor. I'm having problems with my leveling, my printer, which is the best sensor according to you, Joe. Personally, I find that the BL Touch is probably the best one. Hi, Joe from Russia. Seems that there are some horizontal delamination lines appearing on the right corner. Let's see. Wondering if they're... I think it's the light, actually. Hold on. Looks fine. How far is your in-move robot project? It's nowhere near the beginning of it. I have the starter finger ready, sort of the tester, which I'll be doing a video about. Joe, when will we see another Mail Day Wednesday? When I think I have your package at the moment only. I'm waiting for like another 10 pieces on the wall, but nothing's coming in. So, someone asked me about the folder tech. I'm quite sure I saw something about the folder tech. Someone asked me if I have experience with the folder tech FT5 R2. So, I don't have experience with the R2, and when it comes to the first version, mine was instantly upgraded with a Do It Wi-Fi. I actually have a couple of projects ready for it because I just needed to tweak a few things for it. Hey, Turan Karn. Joe, you need to wear a hat as the light's bouncing off your head. It happens. Hi, Joe, is 3D printing your full-time job? It's not my full-time job. It's part of my job, as in it's a side job that I do. It's a side business. My full-time job is actually heading operations in a crypto trading company, believe it or not. Will they stock Filament on Amazon Europe or just in the US? I don't know. I don't think they will in Amazon Europe, simply because they can do it themselves. And when you stock with Amazon, then you're just eating away at the profits. So they probably will just do it direct. I'm going to buy you a torch. Ender 3 or G-Tech A10. A10 I can get slightly cheaper, but close to the same price. I know a lot of people who prefer the A10. I personally haven't tried it yet. What is the difference between a CR20 and the Ender 3? Basically, much quicker assembly, different base completely, flexible build plate, unless you get the Pro. Not much. Binance? No, not Binance. Binance competitor, man. Hey Joe, just bought my CR10. Awesome, the live boy. You're gonna be happy. And here's thinking you were as a male stripper. And an all-you-can-eat buffet. Do you know how many spools of filament they can crank out at Prusa? I can tell you this, they have 5 lines. They use themselves 3 tons of filament a month to produce parts for the printers. Plus, they package filament in the printers, then send out. Plus, they use filament that they ship out to sell to people. So, a very, very high volume. Joe, do you know when there will be more info on the IDEX printer you teased a couple of months ago? Hopefully very soon. I just have to throw in a few more prints. But it's still there. It's in the garage. Because I can't keep all the printers here. I'm running out of space up here. I have an A10. I have an A10 and it's amazing. I highly recommend it. How is the show working out, Joe? Has it still got problems with printing? No, it's not that it had problems, but once in a while it just under extrudes a little bit, and I think it's because they use the J head. I really don't know why they just don't go for a V6, even if it's a clone. But just go for a V6. They still use a V5. I don't know why. Hello from the tip of Texas, USA. Hey John. Hello from the tip of Malta. Tim, sick, I have been around crypto for years. Cool to hear you are also involved. A few months ago, I was about to, I kind of got on board in a startup, like co-founded a company with a friend of mine. After a few months, we decided it's not worth it for now. Technology is just not there yet. But this crypto exchange company, launching their first product very soon. And it's awesome. I handle the operations side, so it's customer deposits, withdrawals, you know, KYC, customer facing side. From a technology perspective, a blockchain ledger, stuff like that, I'm not that well versed. Hey Joe, could you make a behind the scenes video? I definitely could. Hello Joe, big high five from the UK. My next printer will be a CR10S4S. I have an ANET A6, which you may remember about a year ago. It have had a lot of work and was done to it. The CR10-4S, so I bought a CR10-4S about 6 months ago. I still haven't used it. And the reason is I bought it for a certain project, and that project required me to have a very large build volume. Unfortunately, the firmware that came on the CR10-4S directly from Creality had a CR10S firmware on it. So I could only use 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters. I have yet to fix that. That's how time constrained I am at the moment. Yeah, man, the screaming corn or the screaming pumpkin. Yeah, so for those, hold on. While that's printing, I can show you a few things that I've been doing. So, see, this is so cool. This is the Screaming Pumpkin by Wexter's Geeky Stuff. You should really check it out. It's on My Mini Factory. Awesome print. This was printed without supports. It was printed in Filamentum Pearl Night Blue. And it was printed on the Orbalo Printing Prusa Steel Mark II at, I think it was like 150 microns or 100 microns. It turned out absolutely glorious. Slight bit of fan issue here, but everything else just beautiful. Oh, there you go. I believe the board is the same as the CR10S rather than the board is the Ender 3. And I think, remember, somebody said it has a Meanwell power supply, but I could be wrong about it. Yes, I think, I don't know, let me see if it's written down. It's not written here, but yes, I remember someone saying that it has a Meanwell power supply. Hi Joe, how do you like your Felix Tex 4? Yup, I absolutely love it. The Felix is a very different machine in terms of how it's built and what it looks like, and it prints beautifully, and I've used it for many customer prints because I can actually trust it. I've installed the second nozzle to have a dual nozzle setup, but I haven't been able to fully test it out yet. I need time. How is your wall map going? Shame I didn't manage to print a part, but fingers crossed. Honestly, I still have like 10 or 11 pieces left to be delivered, and hopefully they deliver them soon. Have you printed Simon's cat? Not yet. What are you printing? An owl. Back again. Hi, Ben. Do you know if they are putting Filament in their Mark III kits yet? Yes, of course. They've been putting Filament in quite some time, just no one knew. Most of the silver for the past few months has been Filament. It's actually looking really good. I need to change my table. It's like creaking every time I rest on it. It just I need a bench like Joel's. If any of those guys bail on their prints, I'd be more than happy to print a part for your wall. Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I'm scared to do this because I'm so scared to do this because I'm gonna get so many emails now. But there's like 9 or 10 pieces left. Whoever is willing to take part in whatever is left of the mural, send me an email, 3dmakernoob@gmail.com, and I'll send you the parts possibly later on tonight or tomorrow morning. Don't worry about sending candy, sending stuff. Send the parts, just the parts. Just print the parts. I'll send you instructions. First come, first serve, because I really want to get that over and done with, and I really need to fill this back wall. Best print. I just put a Do It Wi-Fi on my Tech 4.1 and it's working in silence. Oh, that's actually a very good idea, because that's the only thing about the Tech 4. It's slightly loud and the squealing sound. Do It Wi-Fi would be nice on that. The best printer under 300. Then let's not go there. So, okay. I'm gonna tell you what I feel I like the most from all the printers that I've tried, which are under 300. It's not necessarily the best 3D printer, but so. I'd say it would be the Ender 3, but that's 300 pounds, like, so that's like 350 euros. So at the very top, at the very top, there would be the TiVo Flash with the BL Touch, TMC drivers, and Dual Z. By far, I really like that printer. Second would be Ender 3, and third, under 350 euros. Then we're going into also a Soleil market. I'd say the Anycubic Photon. If you can get yourself like a discounted Mark II, get that. Under 300. I think those would be my top picks. And if you don't care about the difference between the Ender 3 and the CR20, also the CR20, because I'm actually really liking this. What was your email again? 3dmakernoob@gmail.com. As I said, there's only like 10 parts left, so bear in mind, whatever comes first is going to go out. But please, I'm begging you, if you decide to take part, just promise me you don't have to send anything else apart from the part. And the self-addressed envelope. And or a handwritten note. Or it doesn't have to be handwritten, but a note. I like having notes. But just please send them. And don't spend too much money. Like, even if it's slow snail mail, don't worry. Your tube will include bigger tubes. I need to wait this for the dynamic tube. How can I get order? Abu Bakr, to order this, there's links in the video description. Greetings from Puerto Rico. Your channel is great. Thank you very much, Rafael. Gracias. That's weird. Did anyone see that? Just decided to pause. Man, you need to check out G-Tech. They have come a long way. True. The G-Tech 830, I think, or the large one. I think it's the 830. It's actually really good. I haven't continued testing it because the part cooling fan died, so it's ruining the prints, and I know it can do better. Then there's also the dual mix G-Tech that's also worth the money. But I haven't tried it yet, so I really don't know. I love the way you say video. I was told that quite a lot. Video. I don't know what else. I don't know how else to say it. That was a very weird pause. There's like a little thingamabob there. So we'll see if it does that again. So the blob, which you're talking about, is somewhere here, but that's because it kind of prints in mid-air over there. Yeah, that just get the cheaper version and then just change the plug. It's just, I have no idea why they do that. Unless it has to do with the warehouses they use. I was eating some brownies. What did I miss? Oh, brownies. What infill and percentage are you using for this print? I think it was like 10% infill. And what percentage are you using for? Yes. Infill is just grid. SD card reading problems? Possibly. Wait. No one... Because I haven't showed this. Tom, you need to see this. Because I'm using Tom's, what would you call it? Profile. Gotta see this. Wait for it. Wait, go away. Come on. Can you read it? Filament frenzy rules. Hey Joe, will the next one be the CRXX? No. Don't ask me how I know. The one of the beds, the back sides of the bed a little higher. What? Who? What? Have you tried Courier 3.5? No, not yet. What speed do you normally print with? Usually it's about between 50 and 60 millimeters a second. Well, it's not wrong. No, it's not, Ewan. What was the name of the print you showed before that was printed in blue? Screaming. It's the Screaming Pumpkin. You can find it on My Manufactory. Hey, Donny. The nozzle and the object is bigger than what it should be because the object and the nozzle. It's 200 microns. And how would you know exactly how much it should be? I sliced it. What about the Duality 3? Linear rail seems nice. Hicked up Duality 3. I have that. It's downstairs in the garage. It's an awesome dual color 3D printer. Actually, I have a print right here. This was done, hold on. This was done in the Hicked up Duality 3. Hold on, maybe I can just, there. There, that should make it better. This was done in the Hicked up Duality 3. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous print. Very, very clean. All that printer needs is purge buckets, which I'm printing. But it can do a really, really good job. And as you can see, the finish is just glorious. This is at 200 microns. I'll leave that there. How is the bed versus CR10 for the Duality 3? So let's start. Wait, hold on. Let's start because I missed that. Joe, how often would you change a normal brass nozzle? If it's just PLA, almost never. I just clean it once in a while. How is the bed versus CR10? For the Duality 3, it's a glass bed. Not my favorite, but it works. I have a question regarding the CR10S. I'm really struggling to level my bed. Would the Isabel be a worthwhile investment? Yes, it would be, Wayne. I just never hear about it at all for some reason. Which one? I know, because there's so much I need to do. After which layers are created successful. Does the CR20 have self-leveling? It has assisted bed leveling, not self-leveling. Is there a place on Prusa's website to order spring steel sheets? I just can't find it. Speak to support. They have special links. But there should be. Oh, there, it's doing it again. I don't know why he's doing that. It must be the code. So it's definitely, when it prints like in midair, it just pauses. I don't know why. I'm assuming, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it's SD card related, G code related, not necessarily printer related. 3D Gustner wasn't much of a build, I assure you. Guess what Ben's just ordered? Oh God. Phoenix and Night, those layers are printing in midair, like literally in midair. There's nothing for them to stick on unless you print support, and I chose not to print with support. That's why they're doing that, not because it's not leveled, because once you print the first layer, then everything else is relative. No, I'm printing from SD card. So I'm thinking G-code related. I'm having a few issues recently with my Simplified 3D. And I'm wondering what's the problem. Other than that, other than those spots, because those spots are just, it's literally those spots that are printed in midair. Can I just say it's printed really nice though? Like really, really nice. Maybe you can see better like this. There. David Olson, how is the MMU2 going? The MMU2 is now is going really good. I had a small issue with the MMU2. The bearings that pull the filament, they weren't all the same diameter, so I kind of had a bit of jamming. Spoke to Prusa support. They sent me a new set of bearings, all the same size. I think it's another small issue that they're having with quality control from their suppliers, but they're sorting it out, so I'm hopeful. But they send me a replacement. If you happen to have that issue, speak to Prusa support, take photos of the diameters of each bearing, and they'll send replacements straight away. New bridge cooling setting. Could be. I wonder when we will get an update. So long. They just released an update, and it's weird because it's since this update that I'm getting stuff like this happening. Just subbed. It's great to see a live 3D printing stream, especially someone who answers questions. Especially appreciated, man. Thank you very much, Wayne. I appreciate it, dude. Time is the beginning. What is this PLA? It's gorgeous. This is Filament PLA, Galaxy Black. I left the links in the video description for it. Have you used the latest version of Slicer P? Not the beta version with the removable supports. I've yet to test that. Do you have Mark III profiles somewhere lying around? I saw your last live where you printed with Mark III, so I was just wondering, would you be so kind and share it? I know I could definitely share it. Here's one thing I don't know if everyone knows. So I use Simplified 3D. I love Simplified 3D. There's only one brand of printer I've never used Simplified 3D on, and that is Prusa's. Prusa Mark II, Mark IIs, and Mark III. I've always used Slicer, Prusa version of Slicer, because I always get really good results with their profiles. They're generic PLA profiles, just a few tweaks in temperatures, and it always prints beautifully. I know it prints in the air because of the feather. Yes, exactly. What layer height is this? 0.1? No, this is 0.2 actually. That's why I'm a bit impressed. Good to see you again, Joe. Hope you enjoyed the new job. Thank you very much, Grumpy Dude. I'm loving it. I'm going to be honest. I haven't been excited like this for like a job, a full-time job for a while now.
and it came at the exact perfect time for me because I really needed a salary to come in because I was about to default my first loan repayment for the house. But I'm happy. I'm loving the job. Just referring, what filament is that? It looks great. That is Prusament Galaxy Black. Links in the video description. Yes, Idea Maker I use a lot for the Race 3D. And that is the only slicer I use for the Pro 2, which is the Idea Maker. Some of the cruise loops. So we're at like 42%, but it's looking good. It's looking really good. I'm going to check out the back. You guys can't see just yet. Oh, you're going to love this. I can show you. You're going to love the back. Here, let me put some light on this so you guys can see better. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm impressed. I'm really liking the fact that printer quality from China has been stepping up so much recently. I've been using Slicer P for 2 months now and my Prusa's, and I fully agree with you, Prusa, nothing works like Slicer. Here's why I believe so. Keep in mind that Prusa Research has, I think, like 3 people. They have a team whose sole job is to print and adjust the profiles of the slicer to make sure that every profile is spot on. So you have a dedicated team who actually works on slicer settings. So that's why it's actually so good for that printer. Make space online, just had dinner. Nice. How are the avocado boys doing, Joe? They're doing quite well. Getting some attention at work. Business up front, party in the back. The PTFE couplers look like they're attached well. They are. Currently, I don't see any play as well. But yeah, those are the same couplers that I had on my Ender 3, which I had to change. You can see, I can actually see it slightly moving. The PTFE coupler, so that's something I'll definitely end up changing. Something I really like to do is also put a Capricorn boundary tube. I feel they are the best. And Joe, only 2 more weeks before I will be showing off my Mark III and my prints on the Hobby Expo in Dongen, the Netherlands. Now just get my own Mamiya 2 in the coming weeks, cutting it close. Ooh, yes, Patrick. Trying to hit our button, they had nowhere to go but up. Very true. What step of drivers does this printer use? Honestly speaking, I know they're integrated in the board. Let me see if I can find something here. It doesn't say, but I can do some research. This is what the board looks like. Wait, wait. Super zoom on. That's what the board looks like. They're integrated drivers. I have no idea what they are. Still not a fan of Bowden setups. I've never had a big issue with them. I don't mind them. I prefer direct, but I don't mind Bowden. I'm having a problem when where my perimeter lines don't touch when I use S3D. S3D has a setting to fill the gaps between walls. Hey, it's Mike. Mike, you're here. Yes, Mike, the power remained on and no blue smoke was emitted. Hey, how's your Init A8 going? I still have what's kind of left of it. It's downstairs. Drivers will be A4988s. There you go. Hey, Ito. I'm so confused with me shouting yes in a dead silent lecture theater. I'm wondering, maybe I should, let me see if I can get this camera a bit closer so you guys can see better. Hold on. Let's go slightly down. There. There. No. There. Like it's looking, okay, so I get a lot of people asking me about the light. Like, so that's direct light. And then you have hard light, which is from the top. Like if I can actually get it from the top there. There, that's as much as top as I can get it. And it still looks beautiful. I've been doing okay, Paul. Slightly busy, but doing okay. What's up, James? It's a dog, Paul. It's a weird looking dog. Wonder how Init is doing lately as a company lately. Probably not too well. Can standard E3D clone extruders be altered to print 2.85mm filament? I have some spare filament I would rather not throw away. I don't know if there are clone E3Ds for 2.85, but there are original for 2.85. You can easily buy those. Do you know anything about these Fico Pioneer and the Zonestar Z5FM mixed color 4th generation? Both look interesting. I haven't heard of those. $215 degrees. This is 210 degrees. Prusament filament 210 prints beautiful. It's not some layer issues on the base. It's meant to look like a log. So that's why it looks like that. So those are slits in the log. It's meant to be like that. I've printed with the Galaxy Black Prusament. Best filament I've ever used so far. You really can't see layers except for on top and the bottom. Love it. Agreed. Hey Joe, when are you going to print the model of the dragon I did as a benchy? No supports or info. Dragon I did as a benchy. Send me the link. I need things to print. Oh, and fun fact, the Prusa orange is also produced by themselves and basically Prusament, but just not on the new standard yet. No, the orange, yes, the engine, they've been printing themselves. Would have to send to painted. Got me a used Maker Farm 12, put a Janelle in there with TMC 2100s, waiting on some stuff to come. I actually have a Janelle board, which I ordered, plus some LV drivers. I was actually thinking of throwing it on the CR10 4S. instead of using the basic board. What is the main difference between the CR10 and CR20? Better quality printer? I'd say almost everything is different. The build volume, the setup, the electronics, the screen, exterior box. It's a completely different printer. Quality-wise, build quality, this will be better than the original CR10S. Print quality, the CR10S can be really good. Man from Twitter, I saw that you have printed with Filamentum new filaments. How are they? Which ones? The Vertigo Starlight? Absolutely gorgeous. Or Filamentive's new filament, you mean? The Cosmic series. Oh, those are awesome. By the way, if anyone wants to order Cosmic series filament from Filamentive, use the code 3DMakerNoob and you get 15% off. It's not an affiliate link or anything, just go have at it. It's recycled, it's not expensive, and it's awesome looking filament. Hey Joe. Hey Harry's stuff and such. Justin who prints the cell with infill and 3 perimeter. Of course. Can you glow in the dark filament on the 3D printer? You could, but then you'd need to change the nozzle eventually because glow in the dark filament has some chemicals in it which eat away the nozzle on brass nozzles. €50 for the board and drivers isn't bad. No, not at all. Don't blame me, I'm emotionally unstable, I can't take it. Has everyone seen Tom's website, Filament Frenzy? Go check it out. There's a link in the video description. You get S3D profiles end to end. Did Creality bring out the CR20 because they were losing money on the Ender 3 under cost? Opinion. Yes, Quentin. That is why I believe it happened, because the Ender 3, I've heard rumors in very early stages that they were losing money from it, which is why I think they wanted to completely open source it so they can stop producing it. Eventually, I think that's what's going to happen because it's just eating away at money. Not much difference here. They tweaked it a little bit, but it's over £100 more for this. Have heard or used a Crane 3D quad printer, was thinking of buying one. I've been speaking to the owner or the CEO of M3D. It looks very interesting and hopefully eventually I'll get one to play with. In a couple of weeks, I should have the Palette Pro, the Palette 2, sorry, not the Pro. I'm actually really excited about that. Really excited about that. He already makes overdraft disappear. He makes credit card disappear. No. It's nice not to have. It'd be nice not to have to sand. Completely agree, which is why I tend to use the TiVo flash. That thing at 150 micron produces incredible prints. Creality are not losing money on the Ender 3. Lol. Opinions. How big is the CR20? It's 220 by 220 by 235 or 255, something like that. Will you hook the Palette 2 up to the CR10S? That was, the Palette Plus was hooked up to the CR10S, in fact. And it will be hooked up again to the CR10S. When is the next painting video? Hopefully by next weekend. I have an interesting project I'm working on. just a bit of a trick as to how multi-material and painting goes hand in hand, because a lot of people tell me that, you know, why would I need a multi-material upgrade when I can just paint models and make them look different with colors? Which is true. However, there are cases where some filaments, like the Cosmic PLA from Filament, it's a beautiful filament, and it would be a shame to print over that. And you want to show what it looks like, and you can't really get the same effect with airbrushing. So I'm kind of doing this experiment. It might involve unicorns, just FYI. Once again, take care, Joe. May God bless you. Thank you very much, Paul. And whatever happened to the Attn P3 Steel project? It's still there. It's just on pause. I have so many things up. I need to just get 2 things and stop doing new things. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? There's an answer to that. I forget the answer. Hi Joe, thanks for the many cool projects you make. Thank you very much, Torben. And you're welcome. I've enjoyed your airbrush vids, thanks. Thank you, Aries. I have to say those are by far the thing I enjoy doing the most on this channel. It's just relaxing to me. A little up on the camera? Yes, sir. Oh, that's a little too up on the camera. Ah, camera's going that way. Hold on. Just do this. There. Joe, have you started using the DLP resin to brush over 3D prints? I use it all the time. You have time to work the resin and then just UV it when wanting to cure and you're ready for painting. Yeah, very true. I have yet to paint something that I've done in resin. Stop sleeping, that gets stuff done. Very true. Very true. Although, strictly speaking, in 3 hours, no, I could actually do quite a lot in 3 hours. I've been getting almost 3 hours of sleep almost every day. How is the 3D map of Malta project going? Almost there. Hello from Sweden. Have you tried the Anycubic i3 Mega? Yes, Roger. I actually have a review of the i3 Mega on the channel. It's a very good printer. I really like that printer. Well done, Joe. Thank you very much, mine. Need an auto-follow camera. True. It wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. Joe, do you have any model you think I need to print and take with me to the expo? I already have some nice ones, such as working Dutch windmill, but I'm wondering if you have a favorite must-have. Well, it depends. Vorpal, the hexabod, would be, it's quite a bit of work to get the electronics, but that would be a thing. I think we should do a Yorkshire meetup with Joe as guest of honor. As long as you have Yorkshire pudding. A nice Sunday roast. Oh, I miss UK Sunday roast. Buenas tardes from Spain. Buenas tardes from Malta. So yeah, you guys remember Volpar, the hexapod that I did, which is just sitting back there. There's a new version coming out, and I should be receiving one. It's bigger. It's awesome. As much wood a woodchuck could chuck, if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Nice one. You should try to print TOS SLA printer from Thingiverse. That will be a cool project to do. Is this like an open source kind of thing? SLA? Wait, how many of us are from Yorkshire? Yorkshire area, North Lincolnshire. All of Yorkshire is currently on my channel watching this live stream. All 269 of you. Finally, my father gave me an Ender 3 awesome machine. Awesome, Benito. Whoa. Nope, too much, too much, too much. There. Too little. There. Looking really good. Are you getting the new palette to review? Yes, I am, Ben. You finished my own hexapod. I started 6 years ago. I know that the mosaic manufacturing guys were all kind of sick recently, so they delayed a few things. But hopefully they'll be on it soon. What's your opinion about filaments versus palettes? Don't you think the big next step for 3D printers would be to be able to direct take palettes? Yeah, actually, it would be ideal. What I don't foresee happening is having the right extrusion width constantly. Like keep in mind, like for example, for this filament to go from pallets to this, the whole process, the lengthy process for quality control, for calibration, for tolerances is quite long. Packing that up in a small machine, it's going to take a while to get there. I'd say better than that, rather than pallets, get something that can take like scrap plastic and extrude it as filament. Ordered my Alpha ISU 2 weeks ago and it's coming this Tuesday. Funnily enough, hey Ron, can stay long but I'll watch this rest later. Thank you very much, Ron. Alpha ISU 20, so I gave my Alpha ISU 20 away, and Gilbert sent me another one because apparently they updated a few things and they were appreciative of my comments on the original Alpha ISU 20. They said they are trying to fix it and they liked that I was honest. I could tell that they weren't very happy, but that's not my problem. I was honest. But now they sent me another one because apparently they made some changes to it that they want me to recheck. You already have 3D printers that take palettes like pollen. Which one? Can you print TPU on the CR10 Bowden? I just converted my one to a direct write. Yes, you can. If you print slow enough, you can. Hey, Mihao. Oh yeah, that Subaru Boxer engine is awesome. %. Anyone offended? Because I said 69? Franz, got a brand new Ender 3. Awesome, dude. Congrats. So tell me, guys, here's what I would like to ask your opinion about. So I like to do projects, I like to do tutorials, I like to do interesting stuff and painting and airbrushing, but are any of you interested in watching me just print something? So let's say I found something cool on Thingiverse that I decided I like this model. Like, would you be interested in me showing that model, like just literally like maybe a 5-6 minute episode of me printing that model, showcasing it. I'm just asking because I don't know. I don't know what people want to see. To be completely honest, I was a bit disappointed because the video I did of the DIY SLR dolly, that was like a really, I was expecting much more views on that, and that was like 6 months worth of work, so it was like heartbreaking. So then I thought, like, usually when I do like quick videos, they tend to get more views. I'm just wondering, like, maybe I find something interesting that's not that popular and I print it and I showcase it. Would that be something anyone would be interested in? Hello, Mr. Noob. Hey, Chris. I have tried 1mm a second on my CR10 and it still comes up with TPU strings. You will get stringing, but with TPU the trick is to make sure you cook it beforehand. TPU is very hygroscopic, so you have to cook it in an oven at 70 degrees for about an hour, 2 hours, so it absorbs all the moisture. That's when the stringing will almost stop. I doubt most even know what 69 really is. No, I can watch myself print. Model showcase, this would be... It's not like more than a model showcase, it's a maker showcase, because I used to do the series in the beginning. It was called Awesome Creations, and it was more about the person who designed it. I like promoting the person who designed this awesome thing rather than the thing itself. There might be not much special about it, like, no, I didn't print in any particular way, but it's kind of like pushing for the maker that did it, you know, the designer. If you include, okay, slicing model prior to model, okay. I will watch it, but then again I will show you a video. Things by 3D. This is always trending on YouTube. Crap my kids watch. People don't want to think, they want stupid cat videos. Honestly, Ian, that's what's depressing. That's the only thing, that's the only thing which I hate about YouTube. You know, like people like me, Joel, Angus, Tom, CNC Kitchen, like Chris, we all work really hard to do a video on a project to make it look good and perfect. And it takes a long time, lots of recording and editing. And then you get some guy posting a meme on YouTube and he gets like millions of views. I'm like, this world. Thanks for the help. Is it alright if I cook the whole roll, or do I have to cut it off into strips with it? Yeah, you can cook the whole roll. Just don't go over 70 degrees Celsius. If we are highlighting the makers more than that would be nicer. Awesome. The model show is good, especially if you talk about the orientation, support, placement, anything. That's good to know, actually. I didn't think of it that way. Percent is seriously racist right now. Maybe you could interview some of the bigger designers. Oh, I'd love to. What's wrong with cat videos? Hey Joe, did you see any improvements on the time-lapse videos after the changes? What changes? Hey Veronica. Veronica the Maltese Veronica, or another Veronica? Either way, hi. We're almost there. Some of the most popular stuff is just storytime videos. I still don't really know what they are. I think they are showing my age. I think I'm showing my age. What is the best temperature for printing with the ANET A8? Pueblo, it all depends what you're printing. If you're printing PLA, on the A8 I used to print at around 200 degrees, to be honest. There is pooping dogs on YouTube, and some of them have ridiculous videos. Very true. I should get a dog, make it poop, record it. Ah, right, yes, the Maltese. Hi. Either way, it was a hi, but yeah. I think I came across Veronica's Instagram because it was related to 3D printing, and I thought, ah, no, okay, so Filament Frenzy sent me a photo of an Instagram photo, and he goes, that the background there looks familiar. And I looked at it, I'm like, not only do I know, like, not only is that Malta, but I actually know where that place is. The area is close to San Juan, if I'm not wrong, from the photos that I saw, I think. I have a friend of mine that lives close to there. Her name is Carla. Awesome area to live in. I think 3D community will be clever to regroup on a unique platform with some sort of mutualization for all creators. Mutualization. Very true. It would be good to have our own platform. Yes, the Ray Gun project. Ah, yes, sorry, okay. Yes, instantly. There was an instant spike upwards again. Once I changed the thumbnail and the title, like, I never want to clickbait people. I don't want to be one of those people who just type something just to attract attention. I want to be honest. And the thing is, for some reason, being honest on YouTube videos, titles at least, just will not get you that far ahead like those who clickbait it. It's a pain. Could you share settings for the sound? Probably you have done it already, but I just connected. Also, was there any info that you will be streaming today? Was there? No, hi, Michal. I just decided to stream because I had a couple of hours free, and I thought to myself, I have a printer to unbox, so let me just do a live stream. So, OWL being printed in Filament Galaxy Black at 0.2mm layer height. 210 degrees on the nozzle, 55 degrees on the bed, using a bit of magic glue because the Creality beds stick too much. Printed at 50mm a second. And I'm having some water. St. James Cavalier. No, it wasn't that one for sure. But it has to be the best printer in the 300. It has to be. It has to be. Joe 3D prints a thing. You won't believe what happens next. Jim, that's like kill him. I 3D printed a thing. You won't believe what happened. And then the video starts. It actually printed. It's not clickbait if it's true. There's a difference between a clickbait title and thumbnail and an engaging one. You can get similar results to clickbait with more engaging content. Very true. I completely agree. But it just feels like I'm being dishonest, you know, like. But that's me. I completely understand, and you know that was a lesson learned on that video. So that's something I will take into consideration whenever I upload something now. And once again, thank you for that. Your advice, thank you so much. Matt, 1UK, awesome, dude. Will you live stream? If I'm not at work, I'll try to join. Has the printer power loss recovery? Yes, it does. All Creality 3D printers now have power off resume function. Sorry, I just realized I have my hand in front of it. Because Creality have this thing where it's a software. Well, it uses the SD. Excuse me. It uses the SD card to constantly read what the printer is reading, what the printer is doing. But what happens is the SD card life dies very quickly. Franz Venstra, thank you very much for the $5, dude. I love that owl. Is that on Thingiverse? Yes, this actually was on Thingiverse because I couldn't find this on My Manufactory. The one on My Manufactory has like a post bag on his back. Can you test the power lost recovery? I can, but the owl is so nice. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let this finish, and then I'll start another one, and we'll do the power recovery on that. But this is looking so good. I kind of don't want to ruin it. Because in order not to ruin it, you'd have to stop it at perfect timing. Okay, we'll take it on a vote. Shall I test power recovery now or after this finishes? Up to you. Feel free to get in contact with me if you want some advice or something before it goes live. I'd love to help. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you, I appreciate it. I probably will. Thanks. And in that case, it makes sense too, because the print stays stacked when cooled down. Is it looking good? Poop? No, no, good. After, no, after. After. Next one. Okay. All right, I got it. After. I politely declined to answer. All right. Okay, perfect. So we'll finish this. We'll inspect it, and then we can play around a bit. CR20 come with slicer? Yes, on the memory card. There's probably pointer face or something. Not pointer face, what's it called? Repetier host? I can't stand that slicer. Now while it's printing an overhang. Sure, Chris. Watch me. It actually handles overhangs quite nicely. Doing well so far. I'm looking at the screen because it looks better there. Try it on a bench. But at least finish a printer its first print. It brings bad luck to the first one. Very true. My company starts business in Malta soon. If you have a chance to go there, maybe there is a chance to have a cook together. I'm sure, Marcus. Okay, it's official. Unboxing tomorrow, 8 p.m. UK time. There you go. So, if you want to watch Multi-Material Upgrade 2 unboxing, Met1 UK, go check it out. Ring that bell for his channel. Gordon H, thank you very much, buddy. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Filamentum has to be my favorite filament. Nothing prints better on my Mark II. Filamentum is definitely one of my top favorite brands. There's Filamentum, Filaменtive, Prusament now, Spanner Hands, and a Printer Pro. Those are mainly what I use. I really like Matter Hacker's filament. It's just a bit expensive to get them to Malta. Yes, Samsung makes the Endurance SD card that is made for constant read-write. Awesome, that's good to know. Now it's almost ready. I know, and I know it's going to work because I've tested every single power zoom function on the Creality and it always works. But I don't want to ruin this, and I'll explain why. While it works, it doesn't work as well as I would like it to work. See, the Mark III, when you have a power failure, it stops and the nozzle lifts in order not to ruin the print. Whereas these, well, they just wait and sit there cooking until it cools down. And I don't want to end up risking hitting the sides or the corner and just end up ruining it. So it's almost ready anyway. It's like 84%. John Castillo, thank you very much, buddy. To your content support from Tip of Texas. Thank you very much, dude. Have you tried the Matter Hackers Build Series filament? Yes, I actually have a video that I did with the Build Series filament. I had printed the UV curing box. That was done in Matter Hackers Build Series. What is improved on the CR20 compared to the CR10? This is nothing like the CR10. This was a really bad choice in name. This is more comparable to the Ender 3 than the CR10, to be honest. The CR10 is still just CR10S, CR10 4S. Oh, it's doing it again. Not as bad as before. I've not tried that Marlin 1.1.9 printer power off function yet. Exactly, because now it's also in Marlin. Because Marlin spoke to Creality, they're working together now, and now Marlin know what code was used in Creality. Atomic is raised just a little pricey for him to ship to Malta, I would imagine, compared to Brent. Probably. What do you think of the atomic filament? That's fine. Haven't tried it yet. Is it 24 volts? Yes, it is. It should, let me just confirm. So it's a doesn't say here. It's 270 watts. But the Ender 3 was 24 volts, so I'm assuming this is 24 volts. But what are the improvements or the Ender 3? Bigger, faster? It's not bigger, it's not faster, it's just pre-assembled. It's a full, complete base, which makes it much cleaner. Manual power supply. But that's basically it, honestly. Oh, it has the flexible metal build plate. It's definitely packaged better. Are you still using the Anacubic Sure? I'm thinking about getting one, or push a Mark III. If I had to choose between the two, personally I would go for the Mark III, honestly speaking. Yes, you have the volume on the Chiron, but you can't get the quality and the support of the Mark III. How's the display and controls? Very responsive. The display is very clean. I actually really like the dial. It feels much, I was going to say it feels solid. It's a normal screen, but I like the way it's done. It's nice. There's a feel of, it doesn't feel cheap. You know, that's the word. It doesn't feel cheap. There's a sense of luxuriousness. Like it feels solid. I definitely like the look of this more than the Ender 3. Do they prefer Marlin firmware updates? It should have the latest Marlin as far as I know. Gigawatts of power. Is it using the big chip and bootloader on it? Not entirely sure yet. It's a pre-assembled M3 Pro with a few changes on the frame. Put it that way. Was it you that was looking for a sticker printer for your stickers? I sent you a message on Patreon with a recommendation. Don't know if you saw it. Not stickers, because stickers I have someone that works here. I was looking for someone that does t-shirts. Yeah, the Alpha YZ20, I'm not very happy with that printer. Can we see the screen? I've showed it before, hold on, perhaps it can help. Didn't reach for the print support yet. When Mark III prints top layers on a very small area and go back and forth fast, it stops a second or two and the display says Mark III ready. Are you using a simplified 3D profile? Tim Cahoon, thank you for the $9.99. I was going to say 10 bucks, but just to be $9.99, thank you very much, dude. To my favorite host from Michigan, USA, thank you very much, Tim. I appreciate it, man. Is this all Hedwig? I have no idea. Hold on, let me just... There. Has it all of the Marlin safety features? Yes, it should. What is under extrusion? Under extrusion is when not enough filament is being extruded. That is looking really good. Like ridiculously good. Mr. Able to Speak, thank you very much for the £5, man. That was like a very nice filament. CR20 or Ender 3 so far. I think, okay, experience-wise, I'm going to say CR20. But the Ender 3, bit of work, you can get it to print like that. So I can't really justify the increase in price. If you can get your hands on Ender 3, get an Ender 3. Victor Tan, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you very much, Ben. So we're going to see Maginoub versions of the new industrial formulas from Magigo? Maybe, we'll see. You need to put a link to the OWL model in the video description. Here it comes. So you go on Thingiverse, you write OWL in the search button, in the search function, and it just shows up. Hold on. So there. OWL is in the info description page, in the video description. Franz Venstra, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you so much. Lines and weird info, but that model looks amazing. Thank you very much. Super duper chat. Double super chat. Yeah, just know that Joey should do a Simplified 3D tutorial series. I will, Victor. Simplified 3D reached out to me actually to do a few videos on them. They want to sponsor a couple of episodes, so I will be doing that. Also, feel free to charge back one of those, or I can just refund you. Amazon wants 700 for the CR20. Yeah, Amazon can keep it. It does look good. It is actually, I mean, it's like it's ridiculously good. I have to say I'm impressed. Hold on, because this is showing yellow. That should be... Let me fix something very quickly. Hold on. This is what it should look like. No, still green. I need to fix my lights. It's looking so good. I want to show you, once it's ready, I want to show you the back. It looks amazing in the back. Now I meant to do both of them, it's okay. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you, I appreciate it, man. What camera are you using for the print view? It's a Lumix G7. Strong Hero GT Silver. That looked like actual metal. Strong Hero have sent me their rainbow filament, which looks awesome. I'm looking, I want to change, because this is not what it should look like. Oh, that's kind of more like it. That's definitely more of what it actually looks like. Basically, that is the same exact color as the frame on the Prushas. I'll better than Benji. I agree, I'm actually enjoying this. He's almost ready, 94%. What MOSFETs does the control board use? I have no idea, Tim. I haven't opened it yet. What speeds are you printing? It's printing at 50 millimeters a second, but this is probably slowing down because of the top layers. Damn, I was hoping it was a webcam. No, not exactly. Actually, you know what? Let me... How goes the mural? Hopefully soon ready. So this is an out of the box with no tweaks? No, none whatsoever. This is literally, I sliced an owl with Filament Frenzy's Simplified 3D profile. I just threw it in there. I didn't even tighten the belts. All I did was just tighten the bed. Do you prefer dual or single extruder printers? If they're dual, it has to be an IDEX system like the Sigma or the Dual A3. But I think I prefer single extruder printers. How's your Tivo Tornado doing? Oh, I gave that away quite some time ago, to be completely honest. I just didn't have space. And now I actually have to sort out because I have so many printers I need to give away to my patrons that I'm falling behind. So I need space, constant space, and this is a way of me giving back. Hey Don. Logical Waste. Check your bell, man. Get a new cow. No worries, buddy. This was it was an unexpected live stream anyway. Mihao, are you planning to keep it or do a giveaway? For this, chances are I'm going to do a giveaway to the Patreons though. However, I might ask Creality or GearBest if they're willing to do a giveaway with me. Maybe we'll do one for subscribers as well. Hey, how about the TiVo Flash? In what way? TiVo Flash is awesome. TiVo Flash is over there. I absolutely love it. Why haven't you tried the TRX2 Plus or now the TRX3? Mainly because no company has approached me, and at the moment, spending over $1,000 on a 3D printer is not something I am willing to do, to be honest. CR20 is tempting. Gotta say, it's impressive, huh? It's really something. That's crazy to get CE certification for their printers. As far as I know, they do. On some of them, at least. Med1 UK, because I wasn't allowed to send a message for £1. Come on. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. My Patreon shirt finally arrived. Teespring was awesome when the first one didn't arrive. Love it. Awesome. Cool. What is the best 3D printer? It's the one that works. You're my good man, the German printing nerd. Did you need to add smoothers to the Flash? No. The Flash, the one that I have, the 50% assembled version with the TMC drivers, the BL Touch, that just worked beautifully out of the box. The only thing I did was I included a cap tubes Bowden. That's it. That's all I did. Almost ready, Dominic. Almost ready. The one is working and doesn't jam. Exactly. Like sometimes, like this week, I had about 4 printers running. All 4 of them developed the same exact jam. Like all of them, all 4 of them at the same time. I had the MMU2, I had a Mark III, I had the Flash, and I had the Orbalo printing. Like 4. Jam. All of them. I decided to go to sleep. Don't care if I have friends. Tony, there's always us. Joe, how much printers do you have? And I love you so much. Aw, thank you. I think there's over 45, 50 in total. I don't use all of them. I'm decommissioning some of them to use for parts. I'll be giving away a few of them as well. The ideal number is to have like 20 or 25. That should be enough. Levin, this is the Filament filament. It's from Prusa Research. There's a link in the video description for it if you want more information. It's almost ready. Slight bit of stringing, but that stringing usually happens because of the Z-hop, so I'm not really worried. Yes, for those of you unaware, Z-hop actually increases the stringing if you don't get the retraction settings just right. I love you in your videos. Thank you very much, Tim. Oh, you're welcome. Ta-da! Okay, so wait, go. Right. So let's see how this works. All right, there. Easy enough. So now, as promised, I'll start another one, and then we'll switch it off. I'll show you while this is printing. I'll show you guys the print. So just give me a minute. Sounded very British. Give me a minute. Hold on, hold on. Yes, I'm still gonna put on some Magic Glue. Mainly because I need to plug them, and also because I actually do really believe in their product. Print from SD. Let's so I'm gonna throw another one. Kai Randall, thanks for the $10. Keep being fantastic, man. Thank you very much, dude. So there. Oh, actually, I could just use. Look at the back. This is what I wanted to show you guys. See, this is the hard light. Like, so you can see slide bit this way. Like, look at that. And this is like real close up. So I aligned, if you noticed, I aligned the seams at the back. So it ends up, how do you say, equalizing by the time it gets to the front. That just looks awesome though. I'm way happy with that. That is amazing. And those, just in case you're wondering, those are not under extrusion. That's just the way the model is to make it look like a cracked log. See? Yeah, there you go. Then, like, I'm actually speechless. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I didn't have this result right off the bat with the Ender 3, mainly because I had to put that together. This was already like just 4 screws. That is amazing. I'm happy about that. That is really awesome. Well done, Creality. So let's do the next thing, and that is, let's test the power zoom function, see how that goes. Matt Peters, thanks for all you do. Enjoy your videos. Help me to get started in 3D printing. Thank you very much, Matt. For a first print on a factory setup, that's just stupid. I know, right? And the printer goes on the list. It's better than the Dougie. But Dougie looks awesome. True, it's just... Wait, hold on. Okay, let's just fix this so you guys can see. So I'm just gonna wait for the first couple of layers. I'm just gonna clean off these wisps. I'm really impressed. Like, this is amazing. Filament Frenzy's Simplified 3D Profile strikes again. There. Levinsky Lopez, thank you very much, dude. Thank you so much, buddy. What's the build size on this one? It's 220 by 220 by 250. Joe, have you upgraded the firmware on your Ender 3? My Ender 3 is packed in a box at the moment because it's going out to one of my Patreons. So that Patreon will have to actually upgrade it. I have had my printer for, I don't know, 6 months, and I think I have had a handful of print anything like that total. It's true, I do have some printers that have never produced anything like this. Can you try to power off and restarting it? So twice? Yes, that's why I'm printing another one. I'm just waiting for it to print a few layers. Just print a couple of layers, so then we can do the power off resume function. I like it's a very clean look, this thing with the integrated screen and the full base. It's really nice. So I'm just waiting for a couple of layers to finish. As soon as it starts the infill, we'll switch it off and see how it goes. Also, what we're using to slice? Simplified 3D. I use Filament Frenzy's profile. It's down in the video description. This thing is so smooth. I have it in my hands. It feels so smooth. This would be like, for example, this is another printer I would use to do airbrushing models, because I know it can print like beautiful quality. So we're gonna go ahead and switch it off and test out the power zoom function. I'm just waiting for it to start doing the infill. Yeah, managed to stop it right in the center. So, just gonna wait a second. I'm gonna switch it on. Wait, hold on. So the screen, let me show you guys the screen. So it says pretty much nothing at the moment. Literally nothing. So I guess it doesn't have power zoom function. So yeah, it's well done, Creality. It's a good thing I didn't stop it on the other one. It doesn't have a resume function. Yep. Let me see on the screen, the menu. Nope, doesn't say anything. So I guess it doesn't have power zero function. It should have it though. Such a shame. Maybe because I use the switch rather than use the plug. So weird. Okay, thank you for that, Creality. Information, close down. Yeah, so I'm guessing this will probably need a firmware update. So weird. So yeah, there you go. Nothing at all. No, nothing. Not even an option to actually continue. Which is disappointing. I know I'm starting to wonder, like, if it has to do maybe with the G code that I sliced. You know actually what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. Let me try something. I'm gonna try the dog. I'm just gonna put the dog on test. There. So let's see. Was enabled in the G code. I know that the Anycubic had to enter G5 in the start script. But the Anycubic was a hardware enabled power resume. Resume function left in the box. No, I'll have to go. Have a nice evening, Makerspace. Then check out Thermal Runaway 2. Try to use the plug. Tell Courier to use digital micro SD card and go full size. Do the plug thing. Power resume function will be on next version. Do the plug thing. I'm gonna do the plug thing. I'm gonna start it. Bed heating. Why is it 60? Let me just let's do 55. It should be enough. Okay, let's see with the why isn't the power resume function not found in Marlin? I can't seem to find any info on how to add it. Power resume to SD card may have been removed at the recommendation of Marlin developers because it kills the SD card. Honestly speaking, I was about to say that. I wouldn't be surprised, but I want to see what it's advertised as, because that's so. Let's see what it says online. This is, this is the test print on it. This is a test print for the CR10. Like, they use the bed of the CR10. Anyway, we'll see. So, no, but it says it's advertised as resume print after powering off. Add the power failure continued function to make sure the model can be printed normally. So it does say that it has it. Let me try the plug pull. And we'll see what happens. See, now the plug pull works. See, it's there. So there, it just works on the plug pull, or the options are, it either works only on the plug pull, or it's the SD card, or it's the G code. Because I slide this G code. So, and the fact that I was having some issues with the print pausing, maybe this G code could have been, maybe Simplify 3D screwed this up. But it works, it's there. Or it's because it's the plug, which is the same kind of issue that Prusa had in the beginning. So, let's wait for this to start so we can test it out on the whatchamacallit, on the owl. I'm just curious now. Ugh. Just see if it starts in the same spot. And it doesn't start in the same spot. See, it didn't start in the same spot. It stopped here, but it just decided to redo. Yep, it's redoing. It was redoing the same first layer. So let me try the owl. Let me try the owl very quickly. See how that goes. Can you complete test if it works twice on the same print? Jan, I'm currently waiting to see if it works first on the same print. If it works once, it will work twice. It's just a matter of it working well in either one. Joe, can you pop the SD card into your computer and look if they are using the SD card method on resume? You should see a bin file on the SD card after a plug pull. Hold on, we'll check soon. It's heating up. I have 7 more minutes. Then I need to, because I was at work this morning and I haven't even spent time with my family yet. I just came in here. So let's one first things first. We're going to see if it works also on the plug with the owl. If you are in the middle of a line of G code, it will either skip to the next line on restart or start the line over. So let's see what happens. Resume 3D. You mean this? I'm still trying to get it to work. I haven't had a machine that actually worked on. Why are you using glue to that Built-like surface? Problem sticking? No, far from it. The problem is it sticks too well. So I use that more like something to separate it more easily. The thing is, it doesn't work with any printer. It works with some printers. Okay. So we'll do one more power resume function test. It should work, that Resumer 3D. I was told by Charles, the owner, that it should work on all TiVo printers, but it doesn't. It doesn't detect some of them and it doesn't work with some others. And honestly speaking, the only reason why I wanted that is for the Prusa Mark IIS's, but apparently it doesn't work on those either. So live print. You've missed the live build part. How's it going, Jatman? It's been a long time, man. Ryan, well, you did miss almost everything. We've printed one. We're trying to print another to test out the power resume. Do you edit your own videos? Yes, I do. Cut the filament. Why? It doesn't have a filament sensor. So, I'm going to try. Let me just check where it is. That's off. Now it's on. And we have a resume print. And I'm going to resume print. I'm going to see what happens. Chris, here is anywhere you want it to be. And why are we here and not there? Well, we could be there. There might be here to some people. Here might be there to some others. So here is there and there is here. It's getting late. I need to go to sleep. Joe didn't find his Sean yet. After a puffer, the nozzle sticks into the print. The Mark III doesn't because it lifts the nozzle. Of course, but the nozzle, the Mark III doesn't have a software resume feature. It has a hardware resume feature, which is why it can store enough power to lift the nozzle. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Let's see what happens now. Nope, nope, no, no, it's gonna... I stopped it. It homes. I don't know why it homes after you... after it restarts, after it resumes the print, it homes. Like, it homes the X and Y, but then also homes the Z. And it homes the Z, you're losing the height of the print. So, there you go. Yeah, I wouldn't trust the power zoom function on this at all. So just stick on a UPS to it, trust me. What's the difference compared to the Ender 3 except for the fancy box gearbox missions, better hardware, slightly better build quality? The Ender 3 does have a working power zoom function. This one doesn't, it seems. So yeah, okay. We're going to leave it at that. Print quality, bloody brilliant, superb, impressive. I love it. Okay, it's power zoom function. It should work. Maybe if you upgrade the Marlin on it, it will work better. But it doesn't. So it does not come as advertised with a power resume function that actually works, because it homes on the Z and it shouldn't home on the Z, but it does. Joe, just a thought, try letting it run for like 5-10 millimeters height and try. Notice some printers have issues when it's too close to the start of the G code. That could possibly be it as well. Very likely, it's just, I mean, if someone loses electricity as soon as he, you know, like a few minutes after the print, like, you know, it's not their fault. But yeah, that definitely could also be an issue. So it requires a bit more testing. But for today, that's it. It's all that's going to be. I am false advertisement. Could be. But yeah, all right. So is this a good printer for noobs to pop their 3DP cherry on? Actually, yes, it is. It's the power resume function that kind of lets it down. But then again, that could possibly be the reason, because I was doing it on the first layer or first few layers. So definitely. But other than that, I still believe that it's more worth getting the Ender 3, the Ender 3 than this, honestly speaking. If you want to get your hands a bit dirty, just there's not much assembly going on the Ender 3. You have like 45 minutes, maybe 1 hour. This takes like 2 minutes. But if you manage to get your hands on the Ender 3, choose the Ender 3. Did you make the S3D profile? No, Tom Filament Frenzy did. Did one of the CR10. The CR10 SES does come with the filament runout sensor. This one doesn't, not even the Ender 3. Profiles down in the video description. Okay, I'd rather have filament runout sensor. I agree completely. That's easily added though. Okay, so that's it. I'm done. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you all for joining. It was an absolute pleasure hosting this live stream. Also, thanks for Dustin for dropping by, man. I'm really happy to see you, dude. Thanks for everyone else. Thanks for supporting. If you want any more info on anything, links in the video description. I will see you guys very soon, and yeah, I should be uploading something this week or during the weekend, probably, most likely. So thank you. See you guys, and as always, happy making, everyone. Bye bye.